cuss words. Okay. Oh yeah, get it in there.
Almost like champagne.
This is liquid gold. We're not going super long.
But we're going super strong.
That's good.
Ooh, all right, we'll go with that.
All right, let's roll.
Welcome to Liquid Gold right here on We Own This Town, the We Own This Town podcast network over at weownthistown.net. Shout out to our producer, Michael Eads, and everybody at We Own This Town. Check out the new podcast, Horror Fried. Lots of fun. We're loving that one. Very special episode today. My name's Mike Wolf, your host, along with my co-host, Mr. Kenneth Deadman. How are you today, Kenneth?
Doing great, Mike.
And you got our mascot in tow, Chris, the dog.
Yes.
Making it into the Liquid Gold book coming up. Chris's name is etched into the text. So looking forward to that. We're putting the finishing touches on that. So we've been a little lighter on content this spring because we're cramming it all into a book. So more info to come on that. As always, check us out on the new website, liquidgold.show, where you can go back through the archives, check out our old episodes. I love talking about and touting our Tequila Sunrise episode. Why? Because Kenneth doesn't even remember that we did it. But I promise you we did. Yeah, maybe we'll post that one on the gram. You can also find us at liquidgold_pod on Instagram. So check out all that. And yeah, it's always fun this time of year to go back into the archives, go back and see what we covered last year, what was seasonal, maybe the year before that. There's been a lot that we've covered. We covered margarita recently, so you can go back and check that out. Today, what we're talking about, for the first time, we've never covered it, so we're super excited, even though we loathe some of these drinks. We loathe some of these cans. We're doing ready-to-drink cocktails, ready to drink drinks. All right, those cans, the Truly, the White Claw, the Topo Chico. And we're here with one of our favorite people here in the business here in Nashville.
Indeed.
She's a repeat guest, our first
Woo!
repeat guest.
You did it.
We'll have to call Darren and see if he can pull up the roster. Miss Allie Besten from Cathead Distillery. Allie, how are you?
Hi.
Yay.
Good. Thanks for having me. Sorry, my voice is a little scrouchy.
You were out at the jazz club last night.
The jazz club, yeah. But yeah, thanks for having me. Two times the charm.
So great to have you back. It's been a few years since you were back, and a lot has happened with Cathead over that time. Right down there in Mississippi, DSP1.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. I do love that about Cathead. You can find them at catheaddistillery.com. So check that out, catheaddistillery.com. And the reason that Allie is here is because Cathead has launched their ready-to-drink cocktail line. Is that the official name of these things? What are we calling them?
Honestly,
Canned cocktail?
I'm still trying to figure it out as well.
Yeah.
Because they're very unique in the vein of ready-to-drink cocktails, you know?
Yeah.
So we've been calling them a sparkling, Cathead sparkling. Mm-hmm. But then when people are like, wait, sparkling, champagne, wine, and then you have to say it's ready to drink, but it's like, I could just refer it to like a Mama's LaCroix, you know?
Ah, yeah.
Little an adult beverage. They're nice because they're light. I mean, we can get into the nitty gritty when we start tasting them.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited. We have some on ice chilling, and you mentioned LaCroix, however they say it.
LaCroix. Legrino.
One thing that's really interesting about that, this has been a 5 to 6 year journey of these things, like launching and really shooting up in popularity and really changing the game for what people are drinking, what people are reaching for at the gas stations and stuff. But since the rise of White Claw, this is from a Vine Pair piece, all about these hard seltzers, ready to drink canned cocktails. Since the rise of White Claw and its top competitors such as Truly, LaCroix has seen a 42% increase in sales. So it's really just people are cracking cans and they're drinking sparkling things. And so we finally have come around on it to try some of this. I know, Kenneth, you've been crushing some White Claw over the years. What are your thoughts here? You've gotten into some White Claw here and there. Let's be honest. You've gotten into some Truly.
If it's popular, I was doing it first.
Right. So what are some of your favorites?
White Claw, there's one specific flavor that I'll walk away from if I can't find it, and that's the grapefruit, the ruby grapefruit. Whatever chemical they put in it, like, kind of tastes like a little bit like lovage or celery. It's really weird. Then they changed the formula recently, and I just don't like gravitate towards it. But there's like what you're getting at is there's so many freaking options. I was just at the liquor store getting all this shit today, and like there was a whole fucking aisle and another half of another aisle and then a whole other section at probably like the largest liquor store in town.
It's a rotating door.
I really couldn't find my way around all of it because, I mean, like, you're talking about RTDs. It includes, if we're talking about like the alcohol volume market or its volume in the market, it's like malt beverage, ready to drink cocktails, which Allie's brought today, hard kombucha, single unit wines, which we just opened, this brute, the Dark Horse Brute.
Yeah, right now we're drinking
Super
the
dry.
Dark Horse Brute Bubbles, dry, lively with some citrus. It's got some oak on it, and this is like half of a 750, essentially. This is a half bottle of wine that's in this one can.
So you lump them
This is
all.
pretty good.
You lump them
That's
all
fine.
together.
Yeah.
They make up like 12% of the U.S. Volume. That was last year, and they're predicting it's going to approach 20% of the market in the next couple of years.
Wow. And you mentioned malt beverage, and that's another classification that we can talk about with these is flavored malt beverages. That's essentially what they are. They're made with a blend of seltzer water, gluten-free alcohol base. They have to mention that up front, so you can use that in your in your marketing around. It's gluten-free. It's fine. Chug it.
Sugar-free and 0 carbs.
Wow. I don't know how they do all this stuff with nothing. You know, it's like you're drinking air, but there's flavor in there. But there is a hint of fruit flavor, and that's from someone from White Claw. Mentioned the alcohol in White Claw hard seltzer comes from fermented sugars derived from malted, gluten-free grains. What most people speculate is it's just cane sugar with some lab-derivated additives and flavors added in there. I would love to for you to speak on later, like what Cathead's doing and how they're making them, because the whole reason we're here doing this is because I was at an event outside of Atlanta with the Cathead homies down there, and they were launching it there. They had these cans of Mandarin, Cathead Mandarin, cranberry, and I was like, wow, these are more natural, more interesting than any of the other ones that I've tried. And that's not my thing, but it really kind of blew me away. And so I was like, we got to get Allie back on to talk about this whole world of stuff. As of May 2019, dollar sales of White Claw mixed 12-pack saw 320% increase compared to the year prior. Sales were so high, and this is pre-pandemic. This is the summer of 2019. They had to declare a nationwide shortage. That's great marketing. You guys should maybe try that. You roll it out and be like, there's a shortage, but I can get you some.
I know, kind of like take the whiskey approach to the RTD scale, canned cocktail scale.
This really was in the summer of 2019, the height of a lot of this stuff, because there was the mantra, ain't no laws when you're drinking the claws. Origin
Sweet.
unknown. The origin of that is unknown. But comedian,
some shaman.
Yes, it goes back to the monks. Maybe it's the Grand Chartreuse monks were like, let's throw him a slogan. Comedian Trevor Wallace released a video in which he satirized the typical White Claw drinker, and he actually designed and sold more than 1,000 T-shirts with that phrase on it. Yeah, White Claw, you can't really do this without talking about them. I haven't been a huge fan of those. I just feel like you can taste a lot of synthetic flavors.
Hell yeah.
But it's fine. People love it. So
I think
we've gotten your favorite flavors. I think we can move on.
one of the more important
Stop talking about this
one
shit.
thing to note in the rise of all of these
Why
RTDs.
call Whitney over here?
There she is.
Very good. One thing to note in the rise of all of these is the decline of beer. Beer sales, since these have started booming in the market, have dropped every year by like 2%, which isn't a lot, but consistently over 5 years, it's 10%.
Well, and if you think about it,
Math.
you've noticed that at
10 fingers.
and it's over here like the math lady meme. You can see all these equations going on in your head. You think about all the beer that was at your four-way market there in East Nashville. There's a lot of great beer. It's super cold there.
I like that place.
Always had great selection
Coldest
there.
beer in town.
Coldest beer in town. And if you were there 2014, 2015, it's just packed to the gills with all this great beer. And then you started to see it kind of slowly turn. And by 2017, 2018, you're realizing that a lot of these ready-to-drink cans are shoving the IPAs out the door. I mean, that's literally what happened. And now you have gas stations that are just trying to cram in as much space as they can to accommodate all these different options, all the craft beer and then all the ready-to-drink. But, yeah, there are whole coolers now devoted to it. We're coming up on the summertime, so we'd be remiss if we didn't cover it. Before we get to the exciting Cathead stuff, you mentioned hard kombucha. Right here we have Strange Beast, a hard kombucha at 7% ABV. Now, kombucha is something we need to do a kombucha episode at some point, but you like kombucha.
I like kombucha.
What do you love about kombucha? What is kombucha? Should you weigh in on this?
Yeah,
Fermented tea.
Fermented tea, I believe. It's
What a dick.
all the things. I first got into kombucha, I think, like 10 years ago when I was like the Synergy, those like Synergy came.
Oh, yeah.
Like, those. I remember like being in college and being hungover and having a Synergy and being like, "Woo, I'm back!" Like, let's roll. So I just liked I just felt, to be honest, now I think it has a lot of sugar, and sometimes I feel like it's a little bit too carbonated. But I do like that kind of funky fermented taste, and I think that's what attracted me most. Also the probiotic factor, good for the gut is good for me because the gut is your second brain. So as long as you take care of that, then
very wise of you.
Go.
Yeah. So this is Strange Beast, and they are sort of a natural alternative to a lot of this stuff. So we have, ingredients-wise, in this hard kombucha, which it's passion fruit, hops, and blood orange.
You can taste the hops.
Ingredients-wise, we have water, organic kombucha culture, organic cane sugar, organic blood orange juice concentrate, yeast nutrients, organic passion fruit juice concentrate, organic hops, organic green tea. Man, they're spending some money on some of these organic ingredients. Organic black tea, carbon dioxide, organic yeast, and calcium chloride. This is a 16-ounce can.
7%.
And only, way less sugars than your typical soda. So 12 grams of sugar, 14 grams carbohydrate, 240 calories. And so that's what we're looking at. Really nice artwork on the label of a passion fruit vine and like some blood orange.
Also, can we talk about the way they spelled strange?
They spell strange.
Because it's like a culture strain. So you have it, because I looked at that, I was like, wow, they really spelled it wrong. But then I got the little
STR
play on words, play on letter. Because strain is like a culture strain. So then it's strange.
It's a play on words. It's a play on meaning.
Yeah, I like that.
STRAINGE. Strange
Clever.
Beast.
Clever.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. But if people don't know about kombucha and it's like origin, they probably like, these guys they spelled it wrong.
It's very cider. It basically tastes like a passion fruit and blood orange cider. And Kenneth, thanks for bringing that in.
Yeah.
That's good.
My pleasure.
I don't mind that.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty hoppy, but I like the first.
Yeah, the hops make it super dry.
Mm-hmm. Lingers.
Kind of grassy.
Lingers a little bit.
Let's talk a little bit about what it's been like for you being with Cathead, and you've been down to Mississippi recently. You're back doing some events. There's some music festivals going on. You guys do a lot down there in Mississippi, located down there in Jackson, and always a great place to visit the distillery and check out events that are going on there. You kind of have started those back up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's it been like for you, kind of coming out of this crazy period we're all coming out of, and you're back out doing events? I saw you DJing the other day.
Yeah.
DJing at the roof at LA Jackson.
Yeah.
You go see Demi and Mars and the crew.
Yeah, Demi, Mars.
And I have to mention Mars weighed in with her favorite ready to drink. Mars is a huge fan of the Bacardi Mojito. So she just wanted to get that out there on the record.
Yeah.
That if you're into that could be one to grab if you want to grab a gas station mojito,
that's the one to grab.
That's your chance. But yeah, tell us what it's been like for you kind of coming out of this and getting back out there. And because we've missed you. We haven't seen you in a little while.
I know. I miss you. I miss you guys. I miss everybody. I mean, you went from 0 to 90. I think people were just ready to go, like busting at the seams. I mean, business has been great. People have been super supportive. It's like they want to even support more. They're like, I mean, you get your people coming out of the pandemic and you hear all different sides of like seeing all different types of people reacting. And luckily the industry, I mean, yeah, you can tell everybody's exhausted because labor shortages and such, but you still see the morale's getting going again, and they're excited to support small brands. So it's been a pleasure getting back into the thick of it with everybody.
Yeah.
Trying to catch my breath. But yeah, figuring out my footing and where to begin and how to keep growing the brand and getting it out there, getting liquid to lips.
Yeah. So you've got the Old Soul bourbon brand, which is growing a lot. You've got the Bristow gin, which we're big fans of. It's got that real lemon verbena pepper vibe that we love.
Lush.
And it's great for citrus cocktails. I feel like it's like a little bit of a higher proof. So I'd love that one if you're like shaking up any kind of a gimlet.
Yeah, I agree.
And then obviously the vodka's doing well. You've got the bitter orange.
That's new.
The bitter, yeah. Tell us about the bitter orange.
I love.
You're kind of going after a Campari vibe a little bit, but it's a little more natural.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's vodka. So Campari is liqueur, but we really like the aperitif style of drinking. You know, it's like that first sip of the cocktail. You know, gets the palate salivating for an appetizer. I mean, that's the whole art of aperitivo. Yeah. So if you have something like, you know, vodka based, we really wanted to push like not the limits. I don't know if you can really push limits with vodka, but we really wanted to expand and, you know, challenge ourselves with something. And we landed on the bitter orange, and we really like it because it's, you know, on the nose, and I brought some with me.
Oh, neat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So on the nose, it's super juicy and bright and vibrant. And then on the palate, it finishes clean and bitter, but not bitter where you're like, ooh, like it's a bit approachable bitter.
Yeah, I don't think it's not Amaro bitter. It's not even close to that.
No.
With some of the more bitter Amaros, it's not even really bitter like some of the super dry vermouths.
Yeah.
And worth mentioning that we made a beautiful cocktail with the bitter orange and then the garden to glass vermouth.
Oh, I love that, by the way.
Previewing the amber vermouth.
Was that over at Love and Exile?
We did that actually at that festival, the Lake Oconee Food and Wine Festival. That was one of the cocktails that we did, and it was delicious.
I love
So I
that.
feel like people are finally, there's this whole ready to drink side of things that we're talking about, and then there's another side of I just feel like it's not just bartenders anymore that like want to drink vermouth on the rocks or want to drink like a vermouth and Amaro like spritz. An Italian grandpa drink, as we might call it, with our friend Jess Backus, who writes
Jess,
about it.
Shout out. I love her.
Jess wrote about Italian grandpa drinks in the new book, Cheer, coming out November.
Get you some.
I have to get all those plugs in. But yeah, so many people are into like drinking vermouth on the rocks with maybe a little bitter something that I really enjoyed drinking the bitter orange with a little bit of vermouth on the rocks. That's a great cocktail when you come home.
It's bright.
In the late afternoon before dinner. So great this time of year as well. That's like your own. Make your own ready to drink right in your fucking glass with maybe 2 ingredients.
Yeah. What's cool also about the bitter orange is it's not candied. It's 70 proof, 0 carbs, and 0 sugars. And so the flavor that you're actually getting from is like, you know, when you bite into an orange or you peel an orange and then you have those oils left on your fingers and you smell it, and that's what the taste is that I get from. I know that's, and some people are like, it's so cool when you're tasting people on the bitter orange and you see their like expression. They're like, whoa, like I get sweet tarts, I get Pez, like orange Pez or Tang. It's, you know, it's a nostalgic kind of cocktail.
Yeah, that's cool. We actually talked about, that kind of ties into our margarita episode a little bit, because we talked about how you can take your margarita up to the next level just by kind of like trying to get those oils into the juice, press the oils into the juice, and then strain out some of the pith so that you have the oils without as much of the bitterness. So it's kind of that similar idea. Now, we're also right in honeysuckle season. If we look outside, you might be able to hear it in some of our allergy-laden voices, but
that's why my voice is so low.
The honeysuckles are out, and they're flowering everywhere. They're all over Middle Tennessee here, and probably all over down in Mississippi. But you have this honeysuckle vodka, which is great for seasonal cocktails this time of year. I always did the Pisco Sour with honeysuckle.
With a little flower garnish.
I'd use that honeysuckle vodka along with Pisco and some lemon and egg white. A little bit of simple, and then, of course, shake in some honeysuckle flowers, dust a little bit on top. But, yeah, are you seeing some beautiful honeysuckle cocktails this time of year? Because the honeysuckle vodka has been really cool for you guys.
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's the thing about the honeysuckle cocktail or the honeysuckle vodka, it's unique and it's one on its own. Like, there's no honeysuckle vodka out there. So if you're drinking honeysuckle vodka, it's Cathead. People get excited about making cocktails with it because it is different, and there's a lot to explore with it. I see crazy things with mezcal. I see it as a lower ABV cocktail, mixing around with Amaro, spritzes. I guess that's the same thing with Amaro.
It'd be great for a spritz.
Yeah. I just add a little bit of soda with it too. Kind of keep it like light these days. Just spirit and soda.
Very cool. Well, let's break out some of these the Cathead sparkling cans. Let's call ahead to Darren, who's bartending. Darren?
Wait, I'm not going to answer to Darren, Michael.
How fucking dare you say that?
Yes, boss.
Busy dude.
High atop the control room at We Own This Town Studios. How many Post-it notes you got in there?
At least one for every day of the pandemic.
Cool. Should we throw a dart?
Out.
Should we throw a dart at one and like pick one and see what which one says?
We should.
Yeah. Let's start with my personal favorite is the Mandarin, and since that's your personal favorite, let's just like roll with that one.
All right, we're gonna start here with the Cathead Sparkling. This is the Satsuma Mandarin. Seeing even going regional with that. Maybe the New Orleans, maybe the Louisiana Satsumas. You getting them out of Mississippi?
Mississippi, yeah. I mean,
incredible.
That's where. Kind of stay in that vein of using things around the South. If you notice a theme with honeysuckle, are you getting the carbonation? Honeysuckle, bitter orange, Satsuma Mandarin, all the things.
Oh,
I love that sound.
That fresh sound.
Yeah.
Wow, it sounds fresh.
It's crisp.
Do you ever think it's like it's ironic? Say like 15 years ago, beer companies were starting to distill.
Cheers.
All these breweries were booming, and then they were starting to distill, and now distilleries are starting to make canned beverages, basically.
Yeah. That's very interesting. Yeah, now distilleries are brewing. Do you have a little background info? Was it just like, we got to get into this?
That's great. This is exactly what I wanted. Yes.
Yeah, fresh. Very fresh.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's impressive. So tell us about how all this came together.
Well,
tell us about the boardroom meetings that led to this. No, I'm just kidding.
The idea has been tossed around between like our distiller and our two founders, and it's something that they've always thought about, and the timing was just right. We had some time on our hands being down from the pandemic, so a lot of new ideas were coming through. We were doing. At the end of the day, we had to do just hand sanitizer. So we were like,
you were in on that early.
Yeah, we were. I
got a call from you in like April, and you're like, we're making hand sanitizer.
I'm like, yeah, you want some?
If you need some, let us know. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So we were doing that. But our Austin and Richard, who are the founders of our company, they're constantly turning the wheels of innovation, I feel like, over there, and how to brand, and they're definitely the creatives behind a lot of this. But funny thing is, when we have a Zoom conference call like once every other week, the round table. And so we'll like be chatting with everybody. And this was right when we launched the brand, or right before we launched it. They were talking about coming out with canned cocktails. And part of me, I was not skeptical but at first, but I was just like, ooh, like how is that going to taste? Because honestly, I haven't tried a good one.
Yeah, and you're in these craft cocktail spots.
Yeah.
Like Bristow's like a big craft cocktail gin.
Yeah.
You got Old Soul coming out, which like people are making really nice cocktails with that.
Yeah.
And then so it's like
I just didn't want to take away
different.
from the craft of beverage. You know, that's the most beautiful thing about this job is like having someone's creation and sitting at the bar and having a conversation with them about how they came up with it. I mean, that's what's keeping me going in this business is the conversation behind libation.
Yeah.
And
that sounds like your new podcast. The conversation about libation.
Behind libation.
Wow.
There we go.
It's good. Maybe that's a segment.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, done.
F. Scott Fitzgerald has a little book that says On Booze, and he sits at the bar and writes about conversations that he overhears. So it's a cool book. I should get that for you, actually.
I'd love that.
I'll note.
He was
under that.
drunk.
Yeah, he was.
Who isn't these days?
I love Tender is the Night, but you can see there's some booze behind it for sure.
I mean, look at
Where
all
are you
your
going here?
great classic writers. I mean, they're all booze hounds, or booze.
You mean Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John?
Nice. The preacher's son. It only took a little bit of this Cathead Mandarin to bring out the preacher's son.
Yeah, now we're like in stream of consciousness. I mean, we can just keep going with this. But so
done.
I guess back to your question. It came down to we were in February. We had a team trip, and this was right before we launched it in March or April. And the February before we launched it, we sat around, and they had these cans, but they were like this shape, which is tall, slender cans. But there was no branding on it. So you didn't know which one was the flavor. You didn't know what was what. So you were just blind tasting things. I was like, oh my gosh, like, wow, this is actually really good. And then Major, who's one of our vice president of sales at Cathead, looked at me. I was like, the fuck? Yeah. Well, what did you think? Like, I was like, yeah, that's a good point. But it's just because you got the Trulies and the White Claws with all that malt stuff. So you didn't really know what to expect with this. I didn't know what to expect with this, but we're making it with real vodka, real Cathead vodka. So it has a whole different meaning when it comes to RTD cocktails, canned cocktails.
It's way more aromatic than what you get from It's like you smell something real going on.
Yeah.
You know, like, so that's
like an
kind of big. That's kind of huge.
Yeah.
If you think about
aftertaste, like unintrusive aftertaste.
Yeah.
Essence.
For sure.
It's like it's like just lightly dolloped in there. There's no fake coloring. There's no sugars, no carbs. What I really like about this too, it's lightly carbonated. So, you know when you like drink like one or two Trulies and you're just like, you feel like the Michelin Man, like you could just like blow away. Right here. Yeah. And it's like it's just indigestion and bloat and all that stuff. Like you can drink, I mean, I've
9 of these.
Yeah.
Hell
like
yeah.
a full day at a festival, just tap into that box.
Yeah, it's refreshing. It's quenching.
Yeah, it's just easy. It's easy to sip.
Great festival drink. So this is out now in Nashville.
Out now in Nashville. We are in a few liquor stores around town.
Cool.
You know, you talked about that earlier in this podcast, Kenneth, about how like liquor stores are just completely oversaturated with RTD cocktails. And that is the case. You know, it's definitely one in, one out. But once you have a good one, it stays. So liquor stores are definitely open to trying new things. And there's not really a loyalty behind the canned cocktails. So people are open to trying them. So it's just a matter of tasting it. And like, I mean, most people when they taste it, enjoy it because it's easy
you've had a good experience like getting this, because that's totally different from you. You're used to like, I brought in this craft gin for you to try, or I brought in Old Soul bourbon.
Yeah.
And you're like, you can maybe have a bar spoon of this.
No,
I don't have much.
Come on.
But it's special. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's different for you to go in and be like, crack the, now you're going in and you're just like, all right, bitches.
Ooh, I like how, just, I got a little bit of that.
Right? Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, how's that been for you? Because that's a little different.
It is different.
We'll try the Limeade now.
Yeah, it's definitely different. It's know your audience. I'm not going to go into like a Rolf and Daughters or a Folk with a canned cocktail, I'll usually just drop some off to like some of the bartenders and just say, enjoy like summertime vibes. But I don't expect a lot of these creative bartenders be serving up those. However, if they do have
whatever,
one,
dude, I'll sell these.
Yeah,
beats making a cocktail.
Yeah, but it's
I take a break.
He's getting crushed on the well.
Yeah.
Would anyone like a Cathead limeade?
Someone,
take
anyone.
It. Yeah, it's
yeah.
I like it for dive bars are great with it. Sitting out on the back porch of Mickey's, drinking one of these. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's been fun. People are just surprised. They're like, "Wow, Cathead's doing this." Okay, and they taste it, and I think people are pleasantly surprised when they taste these because everyone's so fatigued on the Trulies and the White Claws. So
yeah,
it's a nice.
Even stuff like bubbly, which is like a La Croix alternative, which seems a touch more natural. Even after you're kind of done with the drink and it's warmed up, you're like, I'm kind of done with that flavor. Yeah. Whatever that flavor is, blueberry or peach or whatever, you're kind of done with it. And this has something natural about it that sort of sustains a little bit, which is cool.
Yeah.
The limeade. It's nice.
It's all natural flavors. It's lime. I mean, you just squeeze lime juice.
Yeah, it's like stuff you would want to drink on the regular. So
yeah, I mean, I sometimes too, especially with these two that we're trying, I sometimes put it with like tequila or
that's trouble.
Bitter orange vodka with the bitter
Yet
orange.
another reason why tequila is unfair.
Yeah, you can just
mix it with ready to drink, and it's good. Oh my god,
it is. It's
these
wild.
are great. Yeah, these are great.
It never stops.
Vessels. These are great vessels for that
tequila exploration.
It's like, you don't have a mixer? No worries, I got this. Then it's like 5% mixer.
What do you use, like Topo Chico to add bubbles? Once you add,
we forgot to talk about Topo Chico, so that's one.
Talk shit about Topo Chico.
Yeah, we forgot to do that. We love Topo Chico. We love the bubbles. We love the soda water.
Yeah.
We love that intense bubbles for cocktails and stuff. But they have a ready to drink line there was a lot of hype going on. It was like down in Florida. Oh, when's it going to come up here? And they have their ready to drink line, and we here at Liquid Gold, we've been disappointed by it. We're just going to say it.
I haven't tried it.
We can't just spread positivity around everywhere, unfortunately. But we tried the Topo Chicos in anticipation of this episode, and we weren't that into it. The mango one, which my wife won't drink. She's allergic to mango, even though it's probably not real mango. So I was drinking that one, and I was underwhelmed.
Yeah.
That's the end of my rant. That's just my review. What do you think, Kenneth?
It's kind of weird. Like Topo Chico, imagine buying a Topo Chico water at the store, like you always do. But then you grabbing also the alcoholic beverage. So you got two of their products and you're checking out. You look like a douchebag. One or the other. And like, I think it's confusing.
Do you?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Like, I mean, like, it's like if Nike started making motorcycles. It's just like you've been doing well at this one thing.
You can really see that
doing really well at this one thing, and guess what? It's water. Like you don't really have to work that hard because your company is just water.
Well, the interesting thing about Topo Chico, I mean, Coca-Cola bought them out, and they had to like keep the brand and keep everything because they've made such a name for themselves as a brand. Don't get me wrong. I like Topo Chico as like the water. I do.
No, I do too.
You can put that by your bed at night, wake up the next morning, and it's still perfectly carbonated.
I put it by my bed every night, and then I kick it over in the morning.
I just haven't tried it in the RTD form. So I'll take your word for it, Mike. I trust you.
Let me tell you something, though. Like, having not had them, this is what I would expect of Topo Chico is Cathead's product right now. And
I was expecting something a little more natural and aromatic like this, which we're going to try the Cathead. Strawberry lemonade. Yikes.
Yeah.
You know what? If I could throw a shout out to an NA beverage that is available on the market and available to find in drive-through form. What? Wendy's strawberry lemonade.
Yeah, these are all like...
had some the other day. Oh, my God. Still good.
I like how these are like... These are now super Wendy's, southern flavors.
Are you really plugging Wendy's right now?
Wendy's has a new summer melon and I think a white peach or something. They've got these different flavored lemonades now. It used to be just the strawberry lemonade. But at Liquid Gold, we are all inclusive. And I have to throw a shout out to their strawberry lemonade. Might make a good mixer with this.
Yeah.
Strawberry lemonade. All right.
Well, since
strawberry
we're
lemonade, here we go.
Let's give a shout out to Sonic and their Route 44 line of beverages.
See, I'm a Taco Bell Baja Blast gal all the way.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find a Nashville, I don't know what I want. Let's say I want Taco Bell, and I've been thinking about it a lot lately. But I've had so many bad experiences with one Taco Bell here in town. That
are you gonna say?
I just don't know what Taco Bell to go to. I haven't been to one in like 5 years. Not in Nashville.
Oh yeah, I go fairly regularly. I mean, not like once a week.
That one on Gallatin Road. I've seen a guy get stabbed there. I've seen a guy get shot there.
What?
Over the years.
He's been around East Nashville for a long time though. Like 2 decades.
It's like it used to be entertaining.
Are you a witness?
Like every afternoon, I would go and just get.
Please
in
don't tell
line,
me you were eating
and you would
Taco
see
Bell.
something fucked up at some point, every time, and
Rex, yeah.
Anyway,
I got turned
where
on
do y'all
to-
get where are y'all getting your Taco
Bell fix?
Yeah.
There's a good one off Thompson Lane near the TJ Maxx and all that. There's that one out there.
Okay.
That
Like
one's
100
pretty-
Oaks.
That one's pretty. Yeah, 100 Oaks.
Okay.
That one's pretty solid.
trust
And
that.
I would pair some of these really nice ready to drink cocktails with the potato taco, which I was turned on to recently at Taco Bell. It's basically like a tater tot taco. So if you add the hot sauce in there, it's nice. It is nice. And then they brought the Mexican pizza back. So
I saw that.
this has been fast food corner right here on
Yeah.
Liquid Gold.
Well, you look good for eating lots of Taco Bell.
I don't eat lots, but it's just like every once in a while,
Taco
need
Bell's
a little snack.
Taco Bell's like the healthiest fast food.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's we should have another podcast to argue.
Well, you know what though? If it's a potato taco, it's vegetarian.
Also, they
And
do a lot
so
of vegan options.
They have the vegetarian. Wow.
Yeah,
we need to get our sales department.
Sponsored by
beans and
We need to
rice.
get
Taco
our
Bell.
sales department on this. Jesus.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell and Wendy's. What the fuck? What happened?
We got
Anyway.
the baked potato, bro.
Partnership.
Back to the small company. Back to the independent who's ready to burst through this RTD scene with a real aromatic masterpiece known as the Cathead Sparkling Strawberry Lemonade. Impressive.
Nice transition there, Mike.
Impressive.
No.
This is a
one's fun.
post mow the lawn
Yeah.
crusher.
It's cool to see people I just love people's reactions because they're so in the moment and they're so candid. So that's when someone's trying something for the first time, you really see it in their body language of if they really like it. Someone can bullshit you all day and be like, yeah, it's great, I love it. But yeah, so
This is the banger. This is the one. Are y'all going to be? This is a variety pack. Are you selling them as individuals?
yeah, we just did that this past summer.
Are they like 4-packs or?
Yeah,
they
4-packs.
This will be the. I'm calling it like the strawberry lemonade's the one that you're gonna sell the most of.
You think so?
Oh wow, I'm thinking Mandarin.
I'm
I think
thinking-
Mandarin's kind of
Mandarin's gonna be
next
big,
level.
amongst people that are like you, Mike. But
I
not
think-
everybody's like you, Mike.
All right,
Like Mike?
I'm aware.
I think the grapefruit.
Potato tacos, strawberry lemonade at Wendy's.
Yeah, we don't have
Maybe
the grapefruit
occasional.
here, but I think the grapefruit is probably going to be a huge kicker.
The grapefruit's coming down the
It's
pipe.
coming down the pipe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pink, guys. I mean, it's like
Oh.
millennial pink. Like
That was smart.
branding is great there. It's a really cool can, pretty can.
Yeah. So what you can get in the variety pack here: 8 slim cans. You get the limeade, the strawberry lemonade, the Satsuma Mandarin, and the cranberry. All right. So we haven't tried the cranberry. Is the cranberry? Sorry, I didn't mean to toss it like that.
No, I actually like that you did it. It was nice. It was funny.
The talent just does what they want around here. We're still waiting on talent. So the cranberry would seem to be a popular option.
Mm-hmm.
Is the cranberry popular? Which one are people really gravitating
I think
towards?
the people that gravitate, I think it's the lime and the mandarin, or is that just me? I don't know. I think depends.
They were both very good. The lime had this cool, and I mean this as a huge compliment because Sprite. It's hard to beat Sprite. You can't really fuck with
Yeah,
Sprite.
that's my hangover drink. Yeah, you're like filling me up half the thing.
Yeah,
Pour some of
you
there.
know this stuff. You're familiar. You were at the jazz clubs last night,
Cranberry.
smoking cloves, smoking cloves in the back. We know how you do. Scatting.
Scatting, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, the cranberry.
It's
Lovely floral aromatics, like a little rose going on there. What's going on there?
Yeah, you have a good nose on that, Mike. This is fun because you could do like a effervescent cosmopolitan variation.
Whoa, yes.
Again with the.
Can you have a recipe for that? Take your time.
You don't put champagne in
I
your
would
Cosmo?
do champagne
You would. What's yours? Like $18.
and like 5 ounces of booze.
Love that.
I am a minimalist.
I am a minimalist.
Yeah.
We'll dub yours in. There
I
we go.
definitely spent too much time at the Jazz Club last night. No, I'm just kidding. Vodka, orange liqueur, a little bit of lime, cranberry juice. So you could do Cathead bitter orange.
Oh yeah, so let's say 1 ounce Cathead
ounce?
bitter orange.
Yeah.
1 ounce of the regular Cathead vodka, maybe.
You think? I don't know.
Oh no, we're going. Okay, let's
I
go
think just
1 ounce of the
Cathead
Cathead bitter orange.
And then maybe 3/4 lime juice. I just like
Yeah.
lots of lime.
3/4 lime. That sounds
and then
great.
top it with cranberry sparkling.
Top it with the cranberry sparkling.
And then
not bad.
Maybe a dash of cranberry juice to add some color.
Add a little color to it. There you go. And maybe a little orange garnish on the side would be nice. Orange or lime garnish.
Yeah.
Done. Well, we just did business.
Sparkling Cosmo.
Are you thinking that people will be mixing some cocktails? We talked about tequila, of course. But these do lend themselves to different cocktails. Like you could have a strawberry drink and top it off with the strawberry lemonade. You could top off a margarita with, with the sparkling Satsuma Mandarin. And then the limeade's obvious. You could do like a cool Bristow gimlet. Top it off with a little sparkling limeade. Keep it on the brand.
It'd be good, and I love the strawberry.
Strawberry lemonade?
It'd be good in the strawberry lemonade would be good in a like an Army Navy. Like gin, orgeat, lemon juice. Sprinkle that.
Well, I like that. I like that.
That sounds nice.
We've got a little news thing to cover. Anything else that we should
If you haven't tried it, you're all missing out, basically. Yeah, we have grapefruit that's coming out.
Grapefruit will be coming out soon. When's that hitting the stores?
I mean, any day now. I mean,
oh wow,
we're having we're behind the scenes logistics that are going on. So yeah, we're hopefully in the next few months.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
that's going to be
summer
popular.
season.
That's going to be like a radler. It's going to be like a vodka radler coming down the pike here.
A little salt.
Oh dang, yeah, a little salted rim on that.
Yeah.
All right, keep an eye on that to your local liquor stores and your beer emporiums.
Damn liquor store.
And while we don't have booze news, no booze news today, but we are going to go down into the Florida files.
We're really doing this.
As some very interesting news came down from Florida. Apparently cocaine blows in the wind out there. Is that true? There's just cocaine blowing around onto people's persons and into their pockets, or maybe I'm wrong, but there's
I was just like trying to pull up the that story, and while you were talking, I typed Florida files
into Google.
That's just a bunch of other fucking wild shit.
Yeah. Well, we've done that before. You remember we talked about that? How we would just Google News Florida, or Florida drunk, or Florida drunk story.
I always did like
or
drunk,
Florida beer.
Drunk dude Florida.
You can do any of it, and you will be entertained.
Florida.
Or white male Florida. And then it pops up by like the hour or minute of the hour. So if you're looking for
4
something
hours ago.
specific, it's horrible. But
A man in
if
Tampa,
you just want to ride the wave,
outside of Orlando, a man
Yep.
did this.
Oh, man.
A man wrestled an alligator and then married it.
There was a quote that I read that was, oh God.
We'll come back with it. He's pulling up this story.
I don't even know.
If this was live radio, I'm just trying to keep it going. Yeah, weather today.
yeah, well done.
Sunny and
Yeah, you're good with
75.
transition.
We're the morning zoo.
Sunny and 75. As David Berman might say, it feels so good to be alive.
Well, Kenesha Posey, one of the two passengers in a car, was stopped by police recently. Fort Prince, Florida. unfortunately. Marijuana smell is going to get you every time. I'll tell you what.
In Florida?
Anywhere. You got to...
Just rolling with you, Kenneth.
Just park. I just like back myself into a corner there.
You're good.
In a car.
You're good.
Anyway, police smell marijuana, search their car, which like is a bad idea. If someone's going to search your car, you got to get out of it first. First thing you do is you lock your car when you get out of it.
Wow.
Force them to get a court order to search your car.
Wow.
I'm taking notes. Keep going.
Legal advice from Kenneth. Legal corner.
As of right now, like 20% of all cops have like quit their jobs in the United States. So you really want to jam up their time. Like, do it. Like, probably high percentage of them will let you go just out of the sheer hassle. But then you're good. You could also, if you're lucky like me, you get that 1% guy that has nothing better to do.
He's like, I've got a Jimmy,
and you remind him of some dude that used to like pick on him back in middle school or high school, and he really wants to stick it to you,
and you're in trouble.
But yeah, always lock the door.
Okay, good stuff.
Life
advice.
Sometimes I like keep my door unlocked because there was like, I've had my window in my car has been broken into 6 times.
Yep.
And they just bang the window open. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it unlocked. So if you want to go try like sifting through the car, go for it. You're just going to find copious amount of booze. And if you want to take some, go for it.
Do they take the booze?
Well,
they don't. They never do.
For money. Yeah.
They just
money
go
or guns.
through. They go through my glove compartment, and there's papers, and that they like leave out receipts.
So weird.
Yeah, it's strange. And then one time I had a whole bottle of hoodoo just dumped on my floor of my passenger seat. I'm like,
ouch! Not
okay,
the chicory.
Yeah, I'm
Not
like,
the
who
chicory.
hates me?
Oh.
It was in my driveway too. You know, it's not like it's in a parking lot, so it's a little bit more of. I feel a little bit more violated.
Strange.
Yeah, so I always leave them unlocked. So.
Well, this is a cop.
Yeah, true.
Are any cops coming around your neighborhood breaking into your cars? Because that'd be fucked up, and
I mean,
that'd be a story.
Yeah,
that'd be a really good story. What kind of car do you? Your truck? That big old truck?
Hey, I'm in the Ram these days, guys.
Hell of a truck you got there.
Fucking
God damn.
Are you wearing boots?
No, I'm actually barefoot.
Oh, okay.
Even better.
Look,
I'm
the
petting
shit
you. I'm
kicker's
petting
in the bed.
Your little dog's next to me, and I'm just petting him with my foot.
Oh,
Kinda
sweet.
like, we have a little thing going on right now.
He's in heaven.
So sweet.
No, that's actually not my truck. It's a rental, so I've had to move some things around this week.
What happened when they searched the fucking car? Will you just tell us?
Well, the cops searching the car. They found cocaine.
Okay.
A couple little bags of cocaine.
And it blew on them?
Well, like she denied knowing anything about cocaine, but told police that it was a windy day, and perhaps the bags of cocaine blew in the window.
Oh yeah, that happens. God, get rid of that,
dude. Cocaine's a felony. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Shit.
You know what happened to this woman? I know what happened. Someone threw theirs into her car. Which that's a move. We're getting into windows open season on the highway. So if you
have a lot
if you do have something that blows into your car unexpectedly, just throw it in somebody else's car. So what happened to this lady? Do we know?
She was booked for a felony.
It didn't work. That didn't work. Okay.
Now I'm looking up what drugs are.
I figured not.
Kind of crazy, like heroin and marijuana, LSD. Ecstasy and peyote are Schedule 1 drugs.
Damn.
So that's not a felon?
No, those are misdemeanors.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm getting the clear.
And that explains why, like, there's like Nashville in particular has like a pretty serious heroin problem, and it makes sense because those like heroin addicts are not the people that the system wants to like grab and hold on to. They kind of want to kick them out before they want to like
because they're dependent and
they want to get them out of there before they like
have a
start
liability
going into
too much
like
treatment
withdrawal
involved in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I'd rather they go to the hospital.
you can't just
go to
cold
see my
turkey.
wife.
Yeah, you can't cold turkey that stuff. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I'm just.
Most people that get off of it end up in jail somehow, but they got to do something pretty serious beforehand. So they got to run out of heroin, do something crazy,
To get more heroin.
get arrested, and it's got to be something crazy that they're doing to stay in jail long enough to come off.
All right. Well,
What the
God, that was a
fuck?
great way to wrap up the
Wow.
Ready to Drink cocktail
Got into heroin.
episode.
Should we cut that one?
The Florida Files. Wow. Man, never disappoints. So thank you for that Booze News sidebar / Florida
Schedule
Files.
2 drugs.
Florida Files.
We need to catch up on Booze News next time around. So you better be ready. Allie, this was amazing. Thank you so much for coming and bringing the new Cathead Sparkling canned line here, the variety pack, which you can find more info about at catheaddistillery.com. You must be 21 to enter into that website. And we have high praise for the Cathead Satsuma Mandarin. Wow. That is the best ready to drink that we have ever tried. Then there's the cranberry, the sparkling limeade, the strawberry lemonade. Shout out Wendy's. Just believe me. You can find those in the 8-packs of variety. And then the grapefruit is coming soon from Cathead. So thank you, Allie Besten.
Thank you for having me.
We love you.
It's
You're the
fun.
best.
Wow,
You're the
that's-
best.
We will see you soon. Lots more summer drinking content and shots episodes. We need to get you back on maybe gimlet shots would be a good one.
Yeah. If you need
and
gin, I got you.
We'll see you at the rooftop at Ellie Jackson. You'll be DJing over there on Sundays.
Saturdays, Sundays, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's
Saturdays and Sundays.
yeah,
Check it
here
out.
and there.
That's
Yeah.
a regular thing?
It's a monthly thing, like we try to do it like two times a month is pretty like our average. That's what we were doing like last year, 2 times a month. And it was during the brunch, 3 to 6. Yeah, I'm with Carla Antonelli. She's my DJ partner.
Carla, who I could talk
Yeah,
krautrock with for a while. She knew her stuff.
She does.
It's
She does know her
impressive.
stuff. She is our krautrock
Carla.
queen. Krautrock
Yeah.
Carla.
What's krautrock?
It's like German.
We'll talk about it over lunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we might go see our friends over at Dozens. We love them here in Wedgwood, Houston. Shout out to everybody here at We Own This Town and the We Own This Town Podcast Network. Check out everything going on at weownthistown.net. And you can always check in on the Liquid Gold website, liquidgold.show. Follow us on Instagram at liquidgold_pod. Look for the book, Cheer, the Liquid Gold Holiday Drinking Guide, coming this November. Photography by Christine Souter. Incredible photography. So really excited about that. And shout out to our artist in residence, Jess Matchin. Congrats to her. Upcoming wedding in the fall. Upright T-Rex music for the tunes. For my co-host, Mr. Kenneth Dedman. Love you, brother.
Love it too, Mike.
My name's Mike Wolf. We'll see you next time right here on Liquid Gold. Gotcha. I feel like we should open another can.